Everyone. I swear every time that music
Hello.
plays, I want to do the swim. How is everyone doing today? Penny Sue won the prize. She was first
Yep,
in.
he was here
Penny Sue and
first.
Albert. I don't want to leave Albert out. And Albert. Yes. And hello,
Hello,
Geneva.
Geneva.
Hello, John. He's starting his first show tonight with Aaron Mantique, 6 o'clock. I'm excited for that. It's going to be fun.
Fun.
Hey, Barbie.
And don't forget, Barbie has
Oh,
switched her show with
yes. Daniel.
So Tacky and Junk. That is Wednesday night now, not Tuesday mornings. And I, Geneva and Sheila and Carrie.
Hello, how is everyone doing? And yeah, go check them out in the evening because they get to be a little bit more naughty.
Well, they're
Although
more
the
awake.
they're
definitely
and
more
wigs.
awake in the evening.
The
I
wigs.
was laughing so hard last week. It was fantastic.
But the pink wig is still my favorite, Barbie. Pink wig is still my favorite.
Pink wig is my favorite too.
Hey, cool gamer, how are you doing? I love the pink wig because I like the way it cut and fit her face. I like that one the best.
Yeah, it's definitely gives her just a great frame.
And pink looks so good on her.
It's her beautiful skin tone. That pink looks good.
Know.
She's over there blushing.
We gotta get Daniel in one now. And he mentioned his, what is it? Pretty as me or pretty man me or
pretty manly.
Pretty manly.
I followed it immediately. He's gorgeous.
I did too.
I love it.
I love it too. It was fabulous. It was fabulous. So now we got to get Daniel in the wig.
I think it's I am pretty manly. Is that what it is?
Pretty manly. It's something along those lines. But it's fun.
Pretty and manly are in there, but yeah.
You guys have to check him out because he's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. We need to get Daniel a wig.
He looked pretty in that wig that Barbie has.
Because he
has the same skin tone that I think pink would look very good against.
I am pretty
manly. On Instagram, you can follow Daniel's. He's got a second account on there. It's really good.
It is. It's really, really awesome. Yes. How is everyone doing this Monday morning? Claudia's exhausted. I'm exhausted. So.
But my parents' party was successful, and now we can get back to real life.
Yeah.
We had over 80 people show up.
Oh,
we rented a great big giant tent and then a smaller tent for the food, and it didn't rain and it wasn't cold, and it was warm, but not like it could have been far warmer and it could have been far more humid, and it wasn't. We were able to set some tents up. My dad has electricity going out to the flagpole. So we were able to set some fans around the tent, and people stayed. And if it had been really, really hot, people wouldn't have stayed. They would have, eaten something and dipped, but it was really good. Hello, Sue. Hello, Angela.
Sue, I don't mind Kiki. That's what my niece calls. I have one niece, no nephews. I only have one, and she calls me Kiki. That's what she calls me because she didn't speak for the first 4 years of her life, and the only thing she could finally manage to say was Kiki. So I'm Kiki, so that's okay.
My nephews, when they were little, could not say Claudia, so they said Claudois. So I was Claudois.
I love when little kids can't say names. My son's name is Austin, but we call him Audie because his 1 year older brother, his Irish twin, couldn't say Austin, called him Audie. So it stuck. Stuff like that sticks. I hope you all had a good weekend. Thank you. I said it yesterday. I'll say it again today. Thank you all for the weather donations. We had lovely weather this weekend. Woo! We finally climbed out of. I am not kidding. I was thrifting this weekend. We were over in Port Jervis, and somebody else had said it. I was like, thank God somebody else said it, that we had 4 seasons in 4 days in the whole week. It went from winter to fall to spring to summer. It was horrible. 40
degrees. We finally
degrees.
got some nice weather.
Gosh, thank goodness we got some nice weather. My siblings was always Neva. Oh, I like that though. Neva, hello.
Oh, there's my
mom. You two look so amazing in the picture that Claudia posted. I love that they were matching. They were adorable. I loved it. You looked beautiful, Kathy. You looked beautiful.
Yeah, she got so many compliments on that dress. That
was it was such
pretty.
A lovely dress. It looked comfy too. Because 9 times you put on a dress and you're like, I'm so uncomfortable. I can't.
And it wasn't hot because the sleeves were all lace. So yeah.
Oh,
that dress was perfect. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Maria. How
I haven't seen Maria in forever. I've been so busy.
Yes. Yes, very much so. And I'm sorry, I did not get any videos posted last week because I lost all my footage.
I didn't either.
I lost all my footage. Oh. So pro tip, guys, if you send yourself footage, make sure you make the video before you delete them off your phone.
Oh, no. I was just so busy with the party prep that I did not get a video out last week either.
That's what happened to me in May. May was like a throwaway month. It was so busy between my dad's 75th, my kids getting married, going away on vacation. It was just like, well, the month of May's gone. June's almost gone now.
May wasn't bad, but June was insane for me with the storms that rolled through a couple weeks ago and lost Wi-Fi and electricity, and then the big party. And
that was my May.
Been something this month.
Fingers crossed that June's been good to me. But fingers crossed July gets even better. I have to say that. Fingers crossed. We're almost in July, guys. We're almost there. And we've got a couple of really cool things coming up here the end of this week. And Claudia will tell you about them because she is the whole breakdown of all of this we got going on.
Yep, I can go over it real quick.
Yeah, go over it. Actually, hey, Aaron.
I have Wednesday. I have my Fun and Funky sale. Barbie wasn't able to do it this month, so the Kitty Cat is filling in. And that is 10 a.m. Wednesday morning. And then next week, because Monday does fall on 4th of July, we invited some of our friends and to do a drop hop. We will not be live, but at 1 p.m., the time that we would normally start our sale, Nikki's video will go up at 1 p.m. Next Monday, and then mine will be at 1:30, and then just follow the chain down. We'll tell you who's next at the end of each video, and then we will end at 6 that day. So it's red, white, and blue, and we left it open.
Yeah.
I picked up a Raggedy Andy doll for the red, white, and blue. So it's not going to be all glass. We will absolutely have some glass, but it's not going to be all glass. So if it was red, white, or blue, it'll be in people's sales, and a bunch of our friends are doing that. And then we are both participating in Helen's Christmas in July shop hop on Saturday, July 9th. We're not sure of the starting time because we got Eastern time and Central time. So we'll get some confirmation on that and let you guys know later. And then I have next week, Thursday, that's July 7th, I have my Christmas in July with the Rustic Farmhouse. So I have 2 Christmas in July sales next week, but those are the only 2 I'll be doing. Yeah,
I've only got the one. I think I have just enough for the one.
I have Christmas out the wazoo, but I'll just be doing the 2. You're going to get inundated with Christmas in July, and I don't want every sale to be Christmas in July.
Yeah, exactly.
Just doing the 2.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have this week coming up tomorrow and Wednesday, because it always gets me. For some reason, I think I'm a day behind. So tomorrow and Wednesday, I've got What's Not sales going on, and they're going to be ephemera and jewelry this week. So those are going to be really cool. Make sure you stop by and check those out. And I thank everybody who's kind of followed me over there and is watching. I really, really appreciate that. The links are posted down below. The links for Claudia's channel. Please make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up while you're here too.
I'm like 6 away from 500.
You are. I saw that last night when I was making sure I had everything in there.
So guys, double check. Because, sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you. So just double check and make sure you're subscribed. It's so close.
She is very, very close. Make up other accounts, guys. Just make an account for your cat or your dog or your mom or your dad. And call up some people and just go, can you just click that button for Claudia? Because she's like this close. We are super, super close. So I hope she gets there. That'd be a good 4th of July present for her, for all her hard work in June. Let's get her to 500. Yay! So all the links are posted down below, Instagram, YouTube, Whatnot. And if you use the Whatnot app and you click on it, you'll get $10 off. But click on the link first. Don't just go and sign up for it, because then you won't get the $10.
And guys, Whatnot is so easy. So easy. It's faster paced than here. So you get a countdown and then you got to get your bids in. But so it's just effortless. It is so easy.
Including for the sellers, it is really, really easy because none of this has to happen. I can be naked behind the camera for all you know. Not put that image in everyone's head. You don't know. You could be in my bathrobe with my hair in a turban. My mind had to go right there, right?
Well, the buyers can be naked too.
The buyers can be naked too. We all can be naked right now. You ain't on camera. Sorry. I just woke everybody up. I swear I wear clothes. I always wear clothes.
I will never forget when Jody Renshaw was wearing that and she looked completely naked.
Completely nude. Yep. When she used to say, I put pants on for this. I put pants on. Like, I hope you put pants on. What happens if you stand up and you forget to hit that button? Everyone's going to see your no-no spots. So this is what happens when I'm tired.
On another subject, let's talk about kitchenware.
We're going to get right on that. So today we're talking about Fire King, Pyrex, Glass Bake. Although I narrowed it down to really just the two main ones, and that's Fire King and Pyrex, because they're all made from the same material. And I won't bore you guys with the chemical composition, but it is a pretty intense chemical composition. So I will say that. And I did slides, so you all can watch if you're on mute. So we'll start with this one. Boom. So Pyrex. Pyrex is the origins of Pyrex is from the early 20th century, and it was really a railroad kind of thing. The glass kept breaking, so they came up with a different way to make the glass, and it was actually invented eons before by some guy named Otto. I'm going to try to say his name right. Watch, I'm going to murder his name. Otto Schott. Yeah, Otto Schott. Make sure I get his name right. He was the German chemist who first made this borosilicate glass. So that's what Pyrex pretty much is. So, and then it went through a couple of different stages in development. So Eugene Sullivan was the director of Corningware, and he developed Nonex, which is the same thing. He just piggybacked on Otto's idea, and he came up with a glass that he thought would work for the railroads, and it did. But then it was his lovely co-partner there, Jesse Littleton, who discovered the cooking potential for the borosilicate glass. And he gave it to his wife, Bessie, who made a little casserole. He made a little casserole dish for her, and she started cooking with it and swore, I'll take that off for a second, swore that it cooked bottom of pie crust all the way, the top of the pie crust all the way. Everything cooked evenly. You could see, because the original Pyrex was clear, so you could see what you were cooking, which was kind of a revolutionary idea. So then Pyrex started to really catch on. And this little ad here is from a 1920s newspaper ad for Pyrex, which is kind of cool, I have to say. In the Great Depression, they almost went belly up because they were still hand blowing a lot of their Pyrex, which I can't even wrap my brain around, blowing up a piece of Pyrex, like a big pot like that. But they did. And that's when they decided to switch things up. And a lot of places did switch things up during the Depression and went from hand blowing glass to manufacturing glass because it was cheaper, it was easier, and they were able to make money. It was pretty much what it boiled down to. So the next stage of Pyrex, the really big one, was post-World War II. Post-World War II, hey, Chicago lady, was huge for this because you had lots of people coming home and there was this feel-good thing, and there were all these dinner parties, and Claudia and I talked about this during our barware thing. But this was so great. Pyrex was so great because it allowed you to cook, serve, refrigerate, store, reheat, and serve leftovers all from the same bowl without any waste, which is kind of amazing sauce. And I have those Cinderella bowls. That's my Pyrex right there.
And also saved you time in the kitchen.
Yes.
So
Yes,
you
it
could
did.
serve in pretty dishes, but then put a lid on and put them in the fridge, and you didn't have to wash up as many dishes. You cooked it,
Nope.
you served it, you stored it.
Yep.
The
It
hostess
made
got to
being
spend more time with her guests.
Yep. Made being a housewife so much easier, and for transportation of food. So think about it. Barbecues and house parties were a really big deal. Casseroles were a really big deal. And part of it was because of Pyrex. They would pick it up and they would take it to somebody's house, put it on the table, and there you go. Ooh, sorry, my tummy's grumbling a little bit. I guess I'm a little hungry. So the introduction of the colorware in the fall of 1945 and later, new styles and decorative patterns would further enhance the attractiveness. And this is a sampling of some of the patterns that are actually out there. They started with the primary colors in the late 30s, early 40s. So if you find those, holy moly, and they're not dishwasher ruins, those are really fantastic. Hey, Leanne, how you doing? The 50s and the 60s saw lots of seasonal and gift items, and those are the ones that honestly are worth a ton if you find them, like the black snowflake. I don't remember. It's not the gooseberry. It's that light blue one, which that pattern is slipping my mind a little bit. It is super. It's Jeffrey's little balloon thing.
Yeah.
It's that
The
one. If
hot
you
air
find them,
balloons. Oh,
yes.
I would die if I found one.
I want a black snowflake. If I find a black snowflake, I'm going to be super happy and it will never leave my house. I have one
Yeah.
of the they were popular patterns too for Pyrex. There were tons of patterns, and the Crazy Daisy, which is the one that I have, is a
That's what my
more
mom
popular
has, is the
pattern.
Crazy Daisy.
Yeah. And it is a popular pattern, but if you can find those, so those are bolos for sure. Actually, if you see any Pyrex and it's not massively dishwasher damaged, because I find so many that are, and I'm sure you guys do too, you should totally pick it up because the resale value on it is quite high. Because for some reason, that's one of the things that some of the smaller thrift stores haven't caught on to yet. They'll sell you Pyrex for like $5. And you're like, yay, it's worth like 10 times that, depending on the pattern.
I've seen some dishwasher damaged Pyrex for outrageous prices
Yes.
at the thrift store. I'm like, you got that wrong.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Goodwill is
funny because my
famous for that.
kitchen is the pink, the mint green, and the aqua, but I do not like the Amish butter print and I do not like the gooseberry print. So I only have one piece of the pink Pyrex, just the plain, in my kitchen. I am not a huge Pyrex fan.
Oh. I like it for my mixing bowls. I do like my mixing bowls to
Hey,
have
Steph.
the Pyrex.
Hello,
Hello,
Kraken.
Kraken and Steph. Yeah, I guess I do need a snack. Now, next up is Fire King. Now, Fire King didn't come out till the 40s, and Fire King really gained popularity. And I could not find this, and I know it's out there because anytime you type in Jackie Kennedy, all you find out about is like Jackie Onassis and the Kennedy assassination. But I know she had Fire King servingware in the White House, and everybody wanted to be like Jack. Everyone wanted to be stylish, but Fire King is a different brand altogether. It's Anchor Hocking, and it's very, very similar to Pyrex. Actually, from a distance, unless you know the patterns, you would have a hard time saying, "Oh, that's Pyrex," or "Oh, that's Fire King." And it's made from the same borosilicate glass, but then they changed that, and so did Pyrex, to the soda lime silicate glass, which is a lot of the stuff that we know today. And it was definitely an everyday use thing, but the thing with Fire King, my opinion, they made it way prettier than Pyrex. So much Fire King is floral patterns and really pretty, and not like you were saying, like weird little Amish people wrapped around your Pyrex dish. It's like stuff
I
that ladies would
prefer
have wanted.
Fire King
I do too.
over Pyrex, and I have a lot of Fire King in my
I
kitchen.
do too. Yeah. And Fire King came in so many different solid colors and finishes and lusterware and transferware, whereas Pyrex really just was clear, the stuff that we all know with the pattern, and that was pretty much it. Or the white stuff, Corningware, kind of with the corn blue. That's what my mom had. She had the Corningware. But Fire King's my favorite. It was often, this I didn't know. I did not know that it was sold in bags of flour and given away at at gas stations and local grocery stores and hardware stores. So it was kind of like depression glass in that aspect, which I found interesting. And it includes absolutely everything you can think of. Do not use this stuff in dishwashers, guys. We've talked about this before. Do not use it. That's a no-no. It's Claudia's pet peeve. Don't use your dishwasher. for your vintage stuff.
You can store your pots and pans in your dishwasher. Don't use them.
Yeah. I'm really guilty. I do that with my glass, but that's just me because I'm really guilty of that. I will put my glass in the dishwasher. For the other stuff, I don't.
Unless
But
it's already dishwasher damaged, and then it does not matter. You go on with your bad self.
That's right. Jadeite is probably the most well-known of the Fire King. Everyone kind of knows it. And it was repopularized by Martha Stewart. And then Fire King and Anchor Hawking came out with another line after 2000. But you can tell the difference if you look on the bottom. They're stamped Fire King 2000. And then there's others that have done it too. I cannot remember her name. Who's the redheaded lady who does the farm cooking? I cannot remember her name. She has a whole line out in Walmart.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Blech. Somebody out there tell me her name. Hey, Kaz. I cannot remember her. But she's redone it too. She's redone her own line, and she has the salt and pepper shakers that are in the knockoff Jadeite that look from a distance exactly.
I have seen the reproductions in antique stores. You have got to know. If you truly want to buy the old stuff, you've got to do your research before you head out. Do not trust that somebody didn't stick it in an antique booth. It can be repros in the antique booth. You've got to be really careful with that.
Pioneer woman, thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And from a distance, her stuff looks exactly like the Jadeite from the 20s and 30s and 40s. I mean, it looks exactly this. I mean, they even got the label, the salt and pepper shakers down. So here are a couple of popular patterns in Fire King, but you can see that I really want this blue mosaic. I just think that's gorgeous.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
I really want that. And then we have the primrose and the florets. Those were really popular. And you can see why. They're very 1950s. This Alice one is another one of my favorites. I really want to see that. And the shell is probably the one that we've all seen the most.
I've got a piece of it right over there.
Yeah. The shell is probably the one that we see the most. But those were a handful of the most popular patterns. I have two of the 6 that I showed you for popular patterns, which is really kind of cool. Now, oh no, Leanne left them at home. But it's really neat because then they actually, I love the blue mosaic. Then Pyrex actually had gotten a gig with the military, and that's where they came up with their plates. They hooked up with McKee and did their opalite wear, and that's where a lot of their plates came from. And they phased that out. Shortly after World War II, I think they phased that out. It might have been a little bit later. I could be wrong on that date. I don't remember that one off the top of my head. But those are the main ones. Everything else is exactly the same. It's the type of glass that was meant to expand and contract with heat and not break. I remember my mom saying you could take Corningware and throw it across the room and it wouldn't break. And I always wanted to try it, but she never trusted that it actually wouldn't break. So I was never allowed to do it. Rose, I wanted to take it and just be like, Opa, and throw it down and have some fun. But I love this. This stuff is so great because it's still usable today. You can still go to the store and you can still get Pyrex. You know, you can still get, there's a reason why that Pyrex liquid measuring cup has been around for 100 years. It was one of the first things they made. It's been around ever since then. But I love using mine all the time. And it's great to cook in and it's great to store stuff in. So we're going to get to it. We've got people here now. And are you guys all ready? All right. We'll do 2 at a time. Boop, boop. Okay. I'm here. I'll stay here. So I said I had one of the Fire King pieces that was one of the more popular patterns. And I have a big, I'm going to call it this is lasagna for like 2 or 3 people. I guess it depends. It depends on how much lasagna you actually like. So this is the primrose pattern. I like the pattern. It's pale pinks and darker pinks and burgundies. It is on both sides. And the measurement of this guy it's 12 inches across. So from handle to handle, it's 12 inches. The only thing I don't have is a lid, and I'm not 100% certain these would have come with a lid, but I would have assumed they came with a lid. Just saying. And it's 2 inches deep. So not a big lasagna, but a good sized one. Or other things. But I love this one. It's a really pretty pattern.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes, you can, ma'am.
Hey, Hope, can you email me your info? Yeah. I saw Hope just popped in.
Yes.
I did send you a message on Instagram, but I don't know that you've been on there. So I did not get to my shipping until last night and discovered I don't have your current info. So if you could just email me, please. Thank you.
So hello, Hope, and
Apple crisp.
hello, Margo. Apple crisp would be
crisp.
fabulous in this. I have
Crisp.
a recipe that does, you can do whatever you want. You can do a bunch of berries with this crust and nuts, and that's what I have used one like this for in the past. So I have shown this one before, so I did give it a little markdown for the show. So we're going to start off on the low end. I know now I want apple crisp. Thank you very much, Angela. That's usually my job.
She made us even hungrier.
I know. We'll do $12, number 51. $12, number 51 on the Primrose Fire King casserole dish. And this is great for hot, cold serving. I think this is a good time to do this because it's like picnic season too. Ooh, sausage and peppers. I'm telling you, if you've never been to Boston, then you've never had a proper sausage and peppers. That's what I'm going to tell you now because they are amazing. Now, let me get this stuff without knocking everything over here. All right. I thought that said, hey, mango.
You're really hungry.
I said, hey, mango. Oh, thank you, Leanne. So up next, I have the Early American Pyrex. This is the one in the gold. They're nice and close. And it is in fabulous condition. The transfer on this is in really great shape. This is the smaller one. This is, I'm trying to read this here, the 1.5 pints. 1.5 pint one. So really good for your veggies, your sides. And guess what? I got the lid, which is always, because these always disappear. And it's the proper lid because it actually does say Pyrex and it does have the numbers. They'll have numbers up here. You're not going to be able to see it, but they have numbers on one side and then they'll say Pyrex on the other. So the Early American one from handle to handle on the smaller ones is 8 inches by 6 inches. So the handles are always a little bigger.
Does that one have the same print on both sides? Or
yeah.
Is the print different?
It's pretty much the I think it's just they change as you go around. So you get cats.
There's the cat. That one people collect specifically because it's the only piece with a cat on it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. See? I read that one time and I'm like, don't mess with us cat lovers.
Yeah, I know.
Will kill you for Pyrex because it has a cat in the corner.
I like this one for this time of the year too, because this is like we start in like May and then it goes like all the way to September where we have like a national Yay America Day every time, every month pretty much. Hey Jen.
Barbecue.
Yeah, there's Memorial Day, then there's Flag Day, then there's 4th of July. We get a little break in August and then we go into something else in September. Labor Day, that's the word.
Labor Day wraps up the season. And
the Star-Spangled Banner was actually written on my birthday in the 1800s. So that's another we have a little party. So if you're interested in the Early American with the lid, the pint, let me make sure I get this right, 1.5 pints, and there's a number here too, the 472 number, ovenware Pyrex. It's always hard to get this to show. It'll be $15, number 57. $15, number 57 for the Pyrex. And I'm going to switch Miss Claudia over.
So both Nikki and I, she hasn't shown hers yet, but we both brought some pieces of the Fire King Candle Glow. I love this pattern.
I do too.
It doesn't match my kitchen. Because I do not have any yellow in my kitchen whatsoever. So the mixing bowls had 5 of the candles. The casseroles had 7 of the candles. And Fire King always put the pattern on each side. So there would have been 2 of these mixing bowls. They would have nested inside of each other. Does this say? It doesn't say what size it is. It's got Anchor Hawking Fire King there on the bottom. From handle to handle, about 8.5. But across the bowl, almost 7.5.
So I can really think they were upside down. Angela was saying the candles look upside down. I could see where she gets that.
This is the candle holder. It's a mid-century modern candle holder. These are lucite candles. No, I'm kidding. But that's what they look like to me. Lucite candles sitting inside a star candle holders.
Yes.
That's why I like the pattern so well. So it is the smaller of the two mixing bowls that would have nested together. It's my favorite Fire King pattern. I just wish the colors match my kitchen.
I like it.
$20, number 14. $20, number 14 for the mixing bowl.
They are awesome. Kaz likes your earrings. They are really cool.
Thanks. And then I have the 1.5 quart. So this is also the smaller one. This is not the lasagna pan. This is the one
Claudia and I, you could have a whole collection, guys, of these right off the bat.
This is the one that I make my no-bake peanut butter cookies in.
Ooh.
That's the size of it. So I can tell you how long it is. From handle to handle, it's 12 inches. And it's 6.5 inches across. So it is the size. No chips or cracks on either of these. They are in very good condition. They don't have wear to, they were never stuck in a dishwasher, you can tell. No wear to the candles. And this one also is $20, number 17. So my first two were Fire King.
Mm-hmm. And Margot, I saw that. And if you're in, hit me up on Instagram and we'll hook up, girl. Love to meet you.
Bars.
I know, that's what I said.
Starving.
I do make a very good lemon curd. Maybe I'll have to make some lemon bars in that. I like that. So look, hey guys, it's Candle Glow. This was next on my list. I got it too. So this, like Claudia said, has the 7 little candle glows. I do like this pattern. There's something very, very mid-century about the pattern.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't have the lid for this one, so the price will reflect that because I don't have the lid. This is the 1.5 quart one. Oh, I want ambrosia salad too. Oh, I kind of want that. And I make it with Greek yogurt to make it healthier, and it just makes me feel better. The first time I saw it, I thought it was vomit. So eat it, people. It's actually very tasty. If you've never had it. But this is a nice sized one for cooking your, nice big like shepherd's pie kind of thing, which make a vegetarian version of that. It's quite tasty. So 10 inches by 8 inches. Therein about, so it's the 1.5 quart. But I do love this pattern. This pattern would be great for Christmas season too, or Hanukkah, because of the colors. You get the blue and Claudia said yellow, and I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards gold, but that's the color. It's that harvest.
Yeah, it is more gold.
Yeah,
but I don't have gold in my kitchen either. I don't have yellow. I don't have gold.
No, I don't have it.
And
but
the blue isn't actually the blue, because the blue I have in my kitchen is aqua.
Yeah, and this is more like a colonial blue, for lack of a better way of putting it. Yeah. So if you're interested in the Fire King Anchor Hawking Candle Glow 1.5 quart dish, and like I said, you get Claudia's too, you get mine, you have a collection already, you're already halfway there.
Yep.
This one will be $18, number 45. $18, number 45 for the Candle Glow 1.5 quart. And now I'm going to the big boy here. Let's see if I can pick it up. All right, my big boy. I have another piece of Pyrex. This is my last Pyrex piece, actually. So this is called Trailing Flowers right here. So it is a it's a buttery yellow, and then it's got maroon little flowers on that. I think it's actually kind of coming, well, on the computer it's not, but on the screen here it is. Now, this does have some dishwasher or usage wear, and it's going to be hard to show. Maybe I can see. You can see a little bit right in there. It's really like a base thing. Yeah, right in here. It's got a little bit too underneath the handle. There, that one you can probably see the best. So somebody didn't treat this with love. They
loved it so much they used it all the time.
Yes. They either put it in the dishwasher or, but but it's still functional. It still looks good. You can really only tell, like if it's sitting, you can only tell if you really kind of hold it up to the light, because I was a little fooled, but you can see it. I've seen some that are so bad that it's just, this is all gone, and it's just, ugh. Now this pattern I've never seen before. I'm going to be honest. I've never seen this one, but it doesn't mean that's just me. So this is, let's see, does it say, give me a size? This is number 475/8, and then it says 2.5. So it does not say, oh, it doesn't say out the quart size, which is weird. I guess I'm guessing it's 2.5 is the size. For oven and microwave, no stovetop or burner, Corningware USA. So I'm leaning towards this is going to be like an 80s pattern. Is kind of what I'm leaving. Oh, Angela has it. Coolio. And once again, it does have its stamp here that gives you the size. So you can see the size. And on the other side, it's got its Pyrex logo. So I do have the lid. Now the lid does have some like scratching on it, but these were meant to be, you put them on, and that's why they don't have the handle on the top, so that you can stack them in your fridge, so that you can stack them for transportation. I like this one. It's humongous. So it is 11.5 inches from handle to handle, and 8.5 on the other side. Is 4 inches deep. So you can cook something really cool in this one. That's a good one. I don't have any of this for cooking. I have to be honest, I don't. Hey, Stacy May with Catitude. Ooh, I like that. We were just talking about cats. So if you're interested in this one, it'll be $25 because of the wear. I've seen them, they go a lot more than that, but $25, number 50. $25, number 50 for the Trailing Flowers big guy here, the hefty one. And those are mine. I'll put Miss Claudia back there.
All right, so my next are Federal Glass. This is their Moon Glow.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I love Federal Glass. I have more Federal Glass than Pyrex in my kitchen, but they're not as well known. But the Moon Glow can be really, really, really pricey.
Love that.
Because they look like unicorns.
Yes.
So my niece was lucky enough to come across an entire set at an estate sale earlier this year that had the teacups and the mugs. And she decided, since there was an odd amount of the mugs, she did not want the mugs. So there were 3. I am keeping 1. And I have 2 up for sale. These are 8 ounces to the brim. So a 6-ounce cup of coffee with your cream fits perfectly in these, gives you space to drink them. So they're not huge. These are, back then they didn't drink the 20 ounces in one shot that we do now. So 8 ounces to the brim. They do have a little, they will stack because they're not like the big stackable ones, but they, now that I've deafened everyone, they will stack. They have the D handle. So no chips, no cracks. Federal Glass Moon Glow. $12 for both. Number 3. $12. Number 3.
I love those. I've never seen those.
Oh, the Moon Glow. It's amazing.
Oh. Yeah, I love those. If I wasn't already in love with the mugs that I currently own.
Well, this pattern right here.
Yeah.
Comes in coffee mugs.
Oh, I like the candle one too. Yeah.
I want one. Okay, my second item is Fenton. It's a Fenton bird. And let me see if I can find its tiny little, it's right here. So gorgeous green votive holder, small candy dish. I'm not sure. I didn't do a lot of research because I was super busy last week.
Yeah.
But
actually, I think it would
Fenton
look pretty
bird
with some candies.
And it would look pretty with like the mints that we had for the party. So 6 inches long. He's this big. 3 inches across. Just a little Fenton bird. No chips, no cracks. His beak is in good condition. And so is the fan of his tail. I love the color.
I do too.
It's so pretty. When I first picked it up, I just picked it up because it was a glass bird and it looked pretty. And then I was like, wait, that's Fenton.
Nice.
So Fenton glass bird, $15, number 11. $15, number 11. And that is my 2.
To answer you, Leanne, I have the Cinderella Crazy Daisy bowls. I have the whole set of the Cinderella dishes that I inherited from my mother-in-law. And then I have another weird off Pyrex that doesn't match the set, but it's the same colors. But I don't have the cooking ones in the Pyrex. Don't have the big overly cooking one. I wish I did.
My mom has that one, or she did growing up.
I gotta find them. I'm on the look, so I gotta look out so I can have the whole set of the Cinderella bowls and the casserole bowls because I think they're great.
My mom also does not have the butter dish.
Oh,
Crazy Daisy. Yes. I'm on the lookout for that for her.
Yes. If I find it, I will let you know. So up next, I have another piece of Fire King. So this is Fire King. I'm always trying to get this to show up. This is the floret pattern. This is one of the popular patterns. Now, it had a sugar and a creamer. I only found the creamer. And then they had other patterns. But I love this. It's so cottage core and whimsical. And it's in fabulous shape. I like the little pictures. And everyone's like, well, I don't need a creamer anymore. But there's so many things you can actually do with this. If you're doing like a brunchy breakfast, put your syrup in a nice little container instead of pouring right from the bottle. Live the fancy life by using the pretties, guys. I've even used some of these to put little succulents and little tiny plants in it. Ooh, let me know, Leanne. It has, I love the handle. It looks like it's broken, but it's not. It's just what they did. They did this one little, boop, and you can get your one finger in there, which works out nice for that. But there's so many. I loved this pattern. I thought it was super pretty. So if you're interested in my little tiny Fire King floret, that's right. Hashtag use the pretty things. It's going to be $8, number 52. $8, number 52 for the little floret. And I've never seen this pattern before either in Fire King. I didn't realize it was one of their more popular ones when I picked it up.
I haven't come across that one either. Or it probably would have gone right into my kitchen.
Yeah, right? Because it would kind of match your kitchen. I really do love that blue mosaic. And now that's going to be like my new bolo is looking for that. Mm-hmm. But not everything today is Fire King and Pyrex and glass bake and all that other stuff. Excuse me. I have a set, so this is going to be a twofer. It is the modern tone, and this is a very pale green, which I love. I'm going to call it like Celadon, and this is depression glass. So it's the milky glass on the bottom, and then it has the green on top, and it's actually in really good condition. So this is an open sugar bowl. Use it for tons of.
I've never seen the sugar dish in that. I've come across some of the little bowls.
Oh, and that's what I have, the little bowl, which I'm calling it under. I'm calling it pretty because it looks pretty together. And it was sitting in my kitchen for a little bit. And they make, you can flip it over and it can be a nice little one piece. But I like this for your spoons at your coffee bar, for sugar packets. Hi, Helen. So you're gonna get both of these.
If you get to a red light, let us know what time the Christmas in July shop hop is starting, please.
Yeah, if it's Eastern or Central. That's our problem.
Yeah, Eastern or Central.
That's our problem. So the little bowl is 5 inches in diameter, and it does have, a couple little tiny baby nicks up in here, but it's the same color, the same pattern, the modern tone, which I really do like. And I think if they started reproducing these again, I actually think they would sell.
Oh yeah.
I think they would sell quite well because it's Eastern. All right. See, we all did. We were all asking Carolyn the same question. Eastern, Carolyn, or Central? So really nice little tiny dish.
So it starts at 4 Eastern?
I guess it starts at 4 Eastern. Yeah. All right. Okay. We good with that. Let me fix Georgia here.
The modern tone came in the yellow, the green, the pink, and the blue, right? It
Yeah,
was those 4 colors.
it was those
And
4. Yeah.
they're pastels, and they're just so, so pretty.
Yep. And I
Love them.
picked this up at Brimfield. This was one of my little scores at Brimfield. So I kind of fell in love with it. And it kind of goes with my kitchen's black and white with touches of green. And I don't care what color green. I'll put varying shades of green because I don't care. So if you're interested in the duo set, it's $10 and number 54. $10 and number 54. Yeah, see, we all had the same question. All us East Coasters had the same question. I see Carrie Ann for that one. Thank you very much, Carrie Ann. And over to Claudia.
The few times I found Modern Tone, they were for the whole set of one of each of the colors. Because if I found it just in the pink and green, it would go straight into my kitchen.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Okay, so my next item is Acro Agate.
Oh my God, I love agro. Oh,
and it is this little planter, and it was used as a planter. So it has some water, hard water staining on it, and it has some rust on the bottom. Although it's hard to differentiate between the rust and the orange that they swirled through, because that is the color that they swirled through the glass. So there is some rust on the bottom, but some of that is also the orange swirl that they swirled through it. So this pattern is on both sides. So pretty. I love it.
I love agro agate. Oh.
I do not collect acro agate. I cannot collect another thing because it won't fit in my house. So even though I love acro agate, I have sold every piece I have ever come across. So that's one side, that's the other. Every piece is different.
Yeah. I love the green in this.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. So it's not super big, but they used it as a planter.
You can use the little mini succulents in that. I have a couple that have that, and it looks gorgeous.
It's 5.5 by 3 inches. And it stands.
There's light shine through it.
2.25, so just under 2.25. So just a little one. It's so pretty. Oh, I just love it. But because it's got that hard water staining and rust, it's only $10. $10, number 15, Acro Agate Planter.
Do you know if light shines through it? Angela's asking. I know my little piece, it was hard.
Yes. At the edges. Huh. Yeah. But it does not glow.
Yeah.
This green is not uranium. Some acro agate pieces do glow. This one does not glow, but yes, light shines through it.
It's also a good place to use to put like your ephemera, like your little special postcards with flower.
Yeah, that would fit in here because here's the size of an index card.
Yeah,
so definitely put your postcards in there.
It's just so pretty.
All right, my next piece would have fit right in with my grandmother's 1950s decor. It is a divided nut dish in this little metal bracket. One of these is different than the other little rubber footed pieces on it, but little metal nut dish. It's this big. I adore this. My grandma had pieces like this. So it's 7 inches across, 7 by 5. So let me take the glass out. So here it is, the glass. There's your little divider in the center. No chips, no cracks. And then here is the little metal bracket that holds it. And I absolutely think that it should be used.
Oh, yeah.
For nuts. Just set them out when you have friends over. Pop some nuts in there. Why don't we do those things anymore?
I do in the holidays, but not as much.
Yeah, we do in the holidays. But $12, number 4. I just think those should be things that we do.
Oh yeah, I couldn't go to my grandparents' house without them having like a little nut dish, and that was a big deal, and it's still a big deal in New England. If you go to Market Basket, You all know, if you're from New England, what Market Basket is. It's a big grocery store chain. They have like the wicker basket still with all of the nuts, and then they cellophane it up and they put a bow on top, and you still bring one of those every year to your relative's house. I don't know what to get. Get that basket of nuts over there. We'll bring that. My kids for the longest time didn't even know how to. What do you do with those? How do you eat them? They didn't know how to use nutcrackers. I grew up using them. It's hysterical.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, next up I have another twofer here. I got two of the Fire King soup bowls with the handles. And I love these. I don't have a plate with me. I wish I had a plate, because you can put these on a plate. You get your tomato soup and your grilled cheese on a rainy, chilly day, which we had last week this time. It's rainy today, but it's warmer out, thank goodness. So I like the handles on these. I did use this in my microwave and they didn't have a problem, but it doesn't say microwave proof on the bottom, it just says oven proof. These are also really great if any of you make French onion soup. These are great little crocks for that. I have my pasta fazool when I make, and I put in these. So they're the plain ones. They're both in really great condition. I have used them. They are very usable, and they have a proper size little soup. And you know what's better than one? Two. You get a pair of them. So you and your significant other, your partner in crime, can have a cup of soup. So if you're interested in my soup bowls, they are $10, number 60. $10, number 60 on these. And I like using these in particular, because it keeps the soup warm longer, which is not something we always want. But when it's cold,
chili bowl with the little handle.
Yeah. And it keeps it, the heat keeps it. Now we're gonna go away from the cooking stuff, because now I got some fun little things. So squirrel. I got a squirrel, and his tail is huge, and I have the hardest time sitting him down, but he is a clear glass guy. Let me hold up a piece of paper behind him. There we go. So he is a clear glass, little baby, hand-blown squirrel. He has a very, very nice, highly polished bottom. And he has this bluish tinge to him, too, in the glass. It doesn't glow. I checked. I just double-checked. He's not a really big guy, so let's see. Height-wise, he's 3.5 inches, and on his base, he's about 2. So just so you can see. And you do have to set him down proper, because he has a very small radius down here, because otherwise his tail takes over. So I suppose you can make him climb up a tree, but you just be careful if you set him down. So there's no condition issues with him. There's no bullacate, no fancy little bubbles in there, but he's a little cutie. So if you're interested in my squirrel, because I came across somebody getting rid of their squirrel collection. I picked up a few of them, but this was the only glass one I found. This guy will be $10, number 56. $10, number 56 for the little glass squirrel. And I thought of Peggy when I saw all the squirrels. I'm like, oh my goodness, I gotta hide them from her, because I just watched her squirrel collection thing. It's like I knew she likes her squirrelies.
All right, I have a glass animal also. Mine is a dachshund. I'm assuming it's a dachshund with this long body.
Yeah, right.
So amber glass.
Hey, Cheryl.
No chips, no cracks. Even his tail has remained intact. So he's in good shape. He's this big. He is from tip of the nose to the tip of the tail, 5.5 inches long. He stands 2 inches tall. So little amber glass. I'm going to go with dachshund. My mom's got dachshunds. They're long. $10, number 20. $10, number 20 for the glass dachshund. That made me think of the trusty Huckster Mercantiles fundraiser, Doxy Run fundraiser he does every year. My second item this round is Heisey glass. We all know how much I love Heisey glass. Now,
I love Heisey.
Didn't clean the inside, and you can see some water spots in there. So I'm assuming somebody cleaned it before I bought it, but it's got the H inside the diamond for Heisey right there. And this was their banded cruet. So Your glass stopper is a little banged, so I do believe that this was used and wasn't just set somewhere and displayed. But no chips, no cracks anywhere else. So it's just got a little bit of dinging there to the end where it was put in and out. And I can tell you how tall it stands. I love when these still have their original stoppers.
Oh, and that stop is beautiful.
So 7 inches tall. There's the banding. And it's got this ripple effect. I just love Heisey glass anyway.
Yeah. It's super clear. If you've never seen clear Heisey glass, it's ridiculously clear.
It's very close to crystal, but still being glass and not crystal. So $10, number 8, because it has the slight chippy chip in on the, but it's original stopper. So $10, number 8, and that is my 2.
I love the stopper on that. It is just gorgeous. It's like a pretty diamond. Okay, next up, Claudia had a dog, and I swear this cat matches her dog. It's just a different color, but the style is very... We didn't talk about this, y'all. This happened this way this week. Not. Great minds think alike. Hey, Krista, how are you? I have Carol. A green to clear, because it's got clear bits too. Like his little breastbone here is clear and down at his feet. So it's kind of a mix. It is hand blown. It has a bit of a messy console down here on the bottom. So it's not super polished. But it is the derpiest looking cat I've ever seen. Look at the tail. What is it going to do with that tail? I'm asking. It's like it's broken and it's not long enough. And his little ears, and it almost from a certain angle looks like he's wearing a bow tie, but I don't think it's a bow tie. I think it's just the way the light's in it. Those ears, and when you take a picture between this and the squirrel, you cannot tell what kind of animal it is because it just looks like a blob. But in person, you're like, oh, that's a cat. That's like yours. That's a dog. So this guy here stands height-wise 6 inches. So he is 6 inches tall, so a nice sized little glass cat. I just like the green and the clear in him. So it depends on where you put him. He believes he needs to be in a window. He needs to be on somebody's windowsill, and the base will let you put him on your windowsill because I think he'd be beautiful. So if you're interested in my kitty cat, he's going to be $13, number 59. There, now you can see the clear right there like that. $13, number 59 for my little glass cats. And then my last lot here is a lot. I have a lot of 3 clear glass pieces. Bring back the clear glass peeps. We can do so much with it. So I have the pineapple pattern mini pitcher. This is a mini pitcher with a little ribbing that goes up the side here. And you can see it's a very small one. You can put, I can get all of my fingers in that to pour it out. So maybe you're juicing some oranges and you want to have a little bit of fanciness there, or you're just going to have some water. I'll send me a picture, Stacy. Let me see what they look like. Exorcism petals. That's kind of neat. Send me a picture. I might be interested. I like these 2 for personal little water with cucumber. Not everybody likes cucumber in their water. I happen to enjoy it. It's very, very tasty. So that's the first one. Then we've got a little tiny, I'm going to call it a sugar dish. It is a 3-footed. It is the cubist pattern, which I love. And when you see it in person, just the prism of light that it creates is awesome. And then this I know is a Fenton piece. It's a tiny little guy. I've seen them bigger. I've seen them medium and larger. This is the small.
I didn't know they made them that small.
I did. I happened to come across it. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. It's 4 inches across. Now this is how I had it because they do fit together. You don't have to do that, but I love the little trinkety dish. So they're all small. These are my minis. They're all the little small. So you get all 3 pieces of the clear glass. So you get the little Fenton, the little cubist there, and the little pineapple with the, I love this handle. The little sawtooth edge on the handle. So all minis, all clear glass, all 3 pieces, $9, number 53. That's my 2. Move Claudia back over.
All right. So my second to the last item is this gorgeous green base. Maybe it's anchor hocking. I don't know. I couldn't find a definite maker on it. There were a lot listed as anchor hocking though. So beautiful pattern on it. It is 8 1/4, just a tad over 8 1/4, but it's got a nice wide mouth, so it will hold an entire bouquet of flowers. Super, super pretty.
Oh, I can see poinsettias in that at Christmas. Ooh.
I think it would look pretty with daisies in it.
Daisies too. Anything.
Wouldn't that?
Yeah, white.
Yeah, look really pretty with daisies in it. No chips, no cracks. $15. Number 2. $15. Number 2.
I'm already getting ready for Christmas in July. I'm thinking poinsettias.
And then my last one is also a lot, and it is my mini lot. We did not plan that either.
We're so good today.
It is these 2 little personal creamers. Now, at first I thought they were identical. I picked them up at different times. But when I pulled them out today, this one has a little bit of a tooth around the curves where this one does not. That was the only difference I could find between the 2 of them because they have the same bottom. They're the exact same size. The handles are the same, but this edge has a bit of a ruffle that this one does not. So that is their only difference. They are tiny. They're little personal creamers.
Or personal syrupers. A little bit of syrup.
Yeah. So just a touch over 2.5 inches tall. I guess they are 2.5 inches at the spout, which is the highest point. So 2.5 inches tall. You get the blue and the yellow together. And for the 2 of them, it's $12, number 19. $12, number 19. And that is my last item.
Yes, syrup for pancakes. That's exactly what I was thinking, Leanne. You serve some of those up and ooh. Now, is anybody interested in a recap? Because we can go over. Oh, wait, you got Janine for number 19.
Thank you, Janine.
If you want, we can run through a few things from the beginning. If not, we will sign off and say have a good 4th of July weekend. It is up to you. Let us know in the chat if you're
interested. If you missed it in the beginning, we will not be live next week, but we've invited a bunch of our friends doing a drop pop. It will start at 1 on Nikki's channel. I'll be on at 1:30 on my channel. We've got videos dropping. The theme is red, white, and blue, but it doesn't have to be glass. So you'll want to catch us at your leisure next week since it's 4th of July.
10 of us. There's 10 of us doing this sale, so it's an all-day event.
Sure, Janine, we can absolutely do a recap.
Yeah, well, I'll put Claudia's there. I think she's going to end up by staying there when I switch the layout. I never know.
Yep.
And she is.
There I am.
I know, Leanne.
I had the Fire King small mixing bowl that was $20, number 14. And the Fire King 1.5 quart casserole, also $20. That was number 17. That's the candle glow pattern. Set those down carefully. All right, and then I had the Federal Glass Moon Glow mugs. These are 8 ounces to the brim, so they are the smaller, but they've got the D handle. Both of them, $12, number 3.
Great latte cups.
Clink, clink, clink. The Acro Agate planter. And because it does have some hard water staining and a bit of rust staining on the bottom, it is only $10, number 15. It is this size. But it is gorgeous. Oh, I love Acro Agate.
I know. Yippee! Janine claimed number 19. I think you're just a little behind. Unless it was a typo, which is totally possible.
Yeah, I didn't have 19 twice on anything, did I? No, I didn't. I had the Fenton Maybe it's a votive holder. Maybe it's a very small candy dish, but it's a bird. It's beautiful. No chips, no cracks. Here's its face with its tail feathers. That one was $15. Number 11. Yeah, 1 week, Leanne. Can you believe that? I had the very 1950s divided nut dish in the metal holder. $12, number 4.
And got Margot for number 11.
Oh, the Fenton bird.
It's pretty.
Awesome. Then I had the Heisey vinegar cruet, and that was $10, number 8. That's everything.
It was perfect timing, Margot. So we had the Fire King Primrose Casserole dish. It does have the transfer on both sides. It is in really great condition, 12 inches from handle to handle, 2 inches deep. Can't believe I remembered that, but I did. So number 56, would you send to Peterson? Yes, I can totally do that. I'm gonna have to see. I don't know if I have her stuff. I'm gonna have to see. I will look. All right. So I've got this, the Primrose Fire King, number 12, 51, number 51, $12. Wow, I read that backwards. So $12 on this one, number 51 for the Primrose. Space is at a premium. I had the Early American Pyrex dish. This is the smaller one with the lid. I believe this is a pint and a half. Yep. Pint and a half with the lid. It does have the kitty cat on it, which I didn't know. Oh, okay. Thanks, Margot. I will contact you if I don't. Thank you. So this guy here was $15, number 57 for the Early American. And I also had the Candle Glow. This is the bigger casserole dish. I didn't have a lid on this one, and this is the 1.5 quarts on the Candle Glow. Nice condition on this guy here. It's $18, number 45. And I had the big Pyrex, which did have a little bit of damage. Let's see if I can grab it. Okay. This is the Trailing Flowers. It's like a butter yellow and then a maroon. That was almost so bad. Let's not do that again.
Yeah, let's
do it again and drop it on the carpet.
Oh, Nikki.
It's okay. It's fine. All right, I'm putting this down. This guy here, this big beefy guy here with the lid, which somehow survived the fall. So apparently you can drop this stuff. It's $25.
You weren't supposed to test it.
It's heavier than it looks, everyone. It's heavier than it looks. I can't even imagine that full of, like, I don't know, a casserole. It just boggles the mind. And the Fire King Fleurette pattern, another one of their very popular patterns. It is a little creamer guy. Whew. And this was $8, number 52. We're going to quit while we're ahead. So we're going to do now. We're just going to stop. So anybody watching on the replay, you can email us if you see anything that didn't sell, and inquire for sure. Because when you start dropping Pyrex, that's it. Show's over. Show's over. Dropping Pyrex. That was for twice. 52. Okay, I've got you, Janine, for 52. Thank you. Holy crap, holy. Oh, thank
and
you.
I hope to see all of you on Wednesday morning. I will be returning to my regular schedule now that the Party Madness is over. And if you guys have not downloaded the Whatnot app yet, you need to. Nikki has a sale every Tuesday and Wednesday on the Whatnot app. And super easy, super fun, very fast paced. So you've got to check that out. Really good for the buyer as well as the seller. I know it's been really good for the buyer too. Just to let people know. Super safe. Super safe.
And tonight there is Aaron and John, Viking Treasure Hoards, are doing their first Mantique show. And don't forget that Ms. Barbie's show is on Wednesday nights. It's on Daniel's this week, right, Barbie? Because it was on your channel last week, if I remember, right? I could be totally wrong. But they're Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So check them out too over there.
We'll be live again in 2 weeks talking about Carnival Glass.
I'm excited for Carnival.
I'm excited, Carnival Glass. Yay!
I am. I have a killer black piece that I can't believe I'm selling it, but I'm selling it. Yeah. Oh well.
Everybody have a miss that.
Nah, no, you don't. Everybody have a great 4th of July. Yes. It's gonna be a nice big weekend for everybody. So, go have fun. You know what? We've been stuck inside. Go have fun. Go have fun at your party. So we will see you all next time. Thank you so much, everyone.